All right, everybody, what up? It's your boy Spank Dog, aka Puffinstein at YouTube. Like, comment, share, subscribe. You already know. Click the notification bell so you can know when I post a video or when I go live. And yeah, we're gonna get it started right now. So the super team. Everybody talks about the super team. All right, man. I guess we got a lot of stuff to cover because the super team goes back pretty far. You know, I'm not gonna jump online and start researching like the Bill Russell team that won 10 rings. I'm pretty sure that was the super team. The only I know somebody else from the team. I forget the other famous player. I know of course it was Bill Russell. I mean, I will cheat. You know what? Why not? So let me just check real quick who was on that Celtics team with Bill Russell. Who were the main players on the Bill Russell Celtics that won 10 rings other than Bill Russell? See, Google, if you don't ask Google the question the right way, man. All right, so let's see. All right. Who played on the Celtics with Bill Russell when they won 8 championships in a row? I don't even know if it was in a row. I got the question. Well, Don Nelson was on there. He was a coach, I believe, for the Mavericks at one time. John Havlicek. There you go. Bill Russell, Havlicek. Sam Jones was also a big time name in basketball, I believe. But definitely Havlicek and Bill Russell. And then they list guys like Heinsohn, Don Nelson. We already said, I believe he was a coach. Casey Jones, John Havlicek, Sam Jones, Satch Sanders, and Bill Sharman. Those are like, oh, those are all Hall of Famers. Wow. Look, I'll read it exactly to you. Russell, along with talented supporting cast of future Hall of Famers, including Heinsohn, Don Nelson, Casey Jones, John Havlicek, Sam Jones, Satch Sanders, and Bill Sharman, would usher the Celtics into the greatest period in franchise history, winning 8 consecutive, I was right, 8 titles in a row from 1959 to 1966. What a run. All right, so let's hear that again. Russell, along with a talented supporting cast of future Hall of Famers, including Heinsohn, Don Nelson, Casey Jones, John Havlicek, Sam Jones, Satch Sanders, and Bill Sharman, would usher the Celtics into the greatest franchise period in history, winning 8 consecutive NBA championships from 1959 to 1966. I don't even know where they get the super team stuff from. I don't care what nobody says. If you win 8 in a row, it's lopsided. Lopsided. Gonna get me excited. It's late. Get me in trouble. Wake up my son. My wife's gonna kick my butt. But yo, that's crazy, bro. Like cry. I think it's because I said in the title, is there such thing as a super team, or are people just crybabies? And I think it's the crybaby thing. Michael Jordan, Dennis Rodman, and Scottie Pippen. If that if that isn't a super team, then I don't know what is. Oh, my bad. Bill Russell's Celtics. Come on, man. When you win 6 rings, when you win 8 rings, organic, what, in the sense that the rest of the league sucks? I guess that's organic. You know what I mean? I don't know, bro. You win 8 in a row, and even Jordan 6 in 8 years, and then that's only because he went to play baseball. Supposedly, they say some people say he got kicked out the NBA. There's a conspiracy theory. Allegedly, he got kicked out the NBA for wilding out, and those 2 years that he played with the Chicago White Sox in the farm or whatever, he was actually being punished for bugging out. So I don't, you know, I can't call it. I'll tell you this much. Like I said, I like to keep it 100. Michael Jordan is probably the one guy that had a chance at winning it all by his lonesome. Maybe LeBron. We seen Iverson take. This is just facts. This is facts. And y'all really can, like, for the younger guys, because the guys that are my age and they watch the Kobe Iverson era, they know that Iverson took a team of, I don't want to disrespect nobody. I'm not gonna call Aaron McKee trash. I'm not gonna call Eric Snow trash. There's people that would. I'm not one of them. But anyway, Allen Iverson, along with like Dikembe Mutombo, Aaron McKee, Eric Snow, they went to the finals, and then Allen Iverson had that 42-point game, and they won the first game. Excuse me. Not only that, they made it look right, like the Lakers hadn't lost. They were the only team. If they would have went undefeated, they would have been the only team in NBA history to do that. Because they got the record. The record is 15-1. But they were about to go 16-0. But when they faced Iverson in that in those finals, he handed them their first loss in that in the run, the playoff run. And then he had everybody scratching their head, thinking like, "Yo, they were 12-0 until they ran into Iverson. Now they're 12-1. Can Iverson do it?" But then the Lakers swept the next 3 games. You know what I'm saying? But still, Iverson is he's a different kind of animal. 13. Well, he messed up their consecutive 12-game winning streak, and they would have went how you call it, undefeated in a playoff run if it wasn't for Iverson's victory where he stepped over Tyronn Lue. So just know Iverson's different. Iverson won 3 scoring titles at 6 foot tall. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a guy that would have won rings if he would have had a better team earlier. Different mentality too. He's a scorer beyond a scorer. Like I said, to win scoring titles at 6 foot tall, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, the super team. All right, so if y'all guys don't consider the Celtics a super team, they won 10 rings, 8 in a row, and they had John Havlicek, um, um, Bill Russell, and I don't know how good those other guys were, so I can't really, when people say super team, they think of like 3 Hall of Famers. You know what I'm saying? So I don't see it. Well, all those guys are Hall of Famers. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got like with Bill Russell, there's like 8 Hall of Famers in that 10-year run, 8-year run. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and Bill Russell makes 8. There were 8 Hall of Famers. on the team that won 8 rings, not even 10 rings. That's the 8 in a row they're talking about. They're not even mentioning if any other Hall of Fame or superstar was on the team that won the other 2 rings, because Bill Russell won 10 with the Celtics. So right here, they're speaking strictly about the 8 in a row. All right, so let's move on. Okay, the next team that comes to mind is the Lakers and the Celtics, 2 super teams, the Magic Johnson Lakers and the Larry Bird Celtics. Now, let's talk about the Larry Bird Celtics first. All right, right off the bat, Kevin McHale, Robert Parrish, and Larry Bird. That's a big 3. That is a big 3, yes. And Magic Johnson, James Worthy, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I would say that's a big 3. So this is what I'm saying, guys. Where did this super team thing come from? And like I said, even Jordan, Pippen, and Rodman. Big 3. Dennis Rodman, Scottie Pippen, and Jordan are all the top players, you know. They did top 50 in the 50th anniversary, and then they did top 75. But they're in there. All 3 of them from the same team that won the 6 rings. That's not a big 3. You know what I'm saying? And it keeps going too. Like listen, man, even Isaiah Thomas had Dennis Rodman when he was young and even more energetic. Because you got to think about it. Dennis Rodman was an energy player. So when you're younger, you have more energy. You know, there's a chance Rodman was more hard to corral, like, you know, keep him off the boards when he was older than younger. And he won rings with Isaiah Thomas. So you just think about it. They had Joe Dumars, Bill Laimbeer, what's this guy's name? There was another guy that was like off the hook on their team. It was Joe Dumars, Bill Laimbeer, Isaiah Thomas. I actually named another person before. And but still, like, even Dennis Rodman, that's crazy. Dennis Rodman, Joe Dumars, Isaiah Thomas, and Bill Laimbeer. That's 4. And they had another 6 scorer. I forget the guy's name, but he's Hall of Fame, I believe. I don't know if it's Darryl Dawkins or I forget. So, but all right, let's move on. More rings. All right, Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, and Manu Ginobili. People are gonna say that's more of a coaching thing. All right, so you throw Greg Popovich. He's part of the team. That makes it more. Listen, if you're gonna say super team, that would have to include how good the coach is, right? So Greg Popovich, Tony Parker, Tim Duncan, and Manu Ginobili. Not a super team? All right, so LeBron leaves the Cavs, right? And he goes to the Heat with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh, and you guys acted like they teamed him up with with Michael Jordan and Kobe. You know what I'm saying? Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh ain't Michael Jordan and Kobe. You act like that ain't the same thing as Dennis Rodman and Pippen, Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh. You people sound foolish. You know, right there, that's a good point. How you gonna act like Scottie Pippen and Dennis Rodman don't match up to Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade? And what are you gonna say that they were grown organically? No, they weren't. They acquired Dennis Rodman. So really, all you're not crying about Chris Bosh because Michael Jordan acquired Dennis Rodman. So what are you crying about? Dwayne Wade? That's the super team. Okay, what about Kevin Garnett, Ray Allen, and Kevin Garnett, Ray Allen, and Paul Pierce? They even have Rajon Rondo. And if you really look at it, that's like a big four. Because Rondo was that dude early in his career. He came out like he was a really great point guard at that young an age. And to be on a team and have the pressure on him to win a chip, Rondo was awesome on the big three. He was the big four, I would say. And if you don't want to go big four, that's a heck of a fourth man. And they only got one ring out of it. LeBron James, at least he pimped two rings out of it. Excuse my language. And um um they made it to like 3 or 4 appearances and they won 2. How many? I think they only made it to 2 appearances, the Celtics, and won 1. I know they beat Kobe for the ring, and then they lost to LeBron, and then I don't think they even ended up back there. Oh no, they ended up back. I think they lost to Kobe once too. Maybe they made it 3 times, but that's worse. That means they were 1 and 2. All right, so but look, let's keep on going. Okay, y'all guys said Dwayne Wade, LeBron, whatever, and Chris Bosh was a super team. All right, so what about Kobe and Shaq? That I don't know about that one. That's probably one of the real pure teams. Like it was really 2 people and a bunch of the supporting cast. Shaq and Kobe did a lot of the work, and then the other guys ate because they commanded so much attention, Kobe and Shaq, that those guys were open. I ain't gonna front though. Robert Horry, Derek Fisher, you know, Ron Artest, but I don't think he wasn't there for the Ron Artest won it with Kobe after. That's what when they had Trevor Ariza also and Andrew Bynum, I think. Did Andrew Bynum get a ring? I don't even know. I know it was Lamar Odom. Bynum didn't get a ring. It was Pau Gasol, Kobe Bryant, and Pau Gasol, Kobe Bryant, and Ron Artest, and Lamar. Oh no, Pau Gasol, Kobe Bryant, and Lamar Odom won the 2 rings together, and those were the big 3. But yo man, rest in peace, Kobe, man. When the hindsight's 2020. When you look back on it now, you're like Kobe was better than people even understood. You didn't see a guy win rings with a guy like Lamar Odom and a guy like Pau Gasol. You just didn't see it, And even when he won it with Shaq, there was no big 3. It was a big 2. Like, I give Shaq a lot of props, and Kobe was he was crazy. And you know what's crazy? I'm a LeBron. I think LeBron's the best player in the world after Jordan, but Kobe and LeBron are like a tie. Like just Kobe is just craziness. Oh man. So, but anyway, back to slaughter teams. Who's been winning lately? Jokic won. Giannis caught 1. Kawhi caught 2. There hasn't been a slaughter team in a while. The last slaughter team was the Warriors. That was a super team, if you want to say super team. Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green. It was Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, and that was it. Well, they had Andre Iguodala at the beginning. I'm trying to think if I'm missing anybody. It wasn't a big 4. It was a big 3. It was Draymond. Yeah, those are the focal points. Draymond, Steph Curry, and Klay Thompson. Now they sent Klay Thompson to the Mavericks. Yo, if anybody sees this, leave comment about whether you think what's this guy's name? If you think Klay Thompson is gonna flourish on the Mavericks, that's what I wanna know. That's what I wanna see when the season starts. If Klay Thompson starts tearing it up, I'm gonna lose my mind. Because after LeBron retires, Luka Doncic is set to be my favorite player in the NBA. So, man, they're looking good. Kyrie Irving, Klay Thompson, and Luka Doncic. I like that, bro. I like that a lot. You know, listen, man, they ain't no super teams. I think it's just the crybaby thing, bro. When you're in the NBA, general managers, owners of teams, even coaches, even team like teammates, like players. Listen, if you got a chance to get somebody good, they're gonna go for it. That's it. Period. Ain't nobody gonna say, no, no, we're not gonna do that because then we're gonna be too good a team and they're gonna call us a super team. No, come on, people. It's the real world where people are cold. They would definitely. It don't matter what team it is. If they had the opportunity to have a big five, an all-star team, they're gonna take it. Big shout out to the Detroit Pistons, Chauncey Billups, Rasheed Wallace, Ben Wallace, Tayshaun Prince, Richard Hamilton. Crazy, man. That's like a forgotten team. Not forgotten in a bad sense. Legendary. And yes, I call them legendary. I call those Pistons legendary because it was such an equally distributed like load. You get what I mean? Like they all had to do their part. There was no superstar. Chauncey Billups was probably the best player on that team, along with maybe Rasheed Wallace. But Richard Hamilton wasn't no joke, and neither was Tayshaun Prince. And Ben Wallace was the greatest energy shot blocking big man, the best afro. Just Ben Wallace was the man. Yo, listen, man, I just came on here real quick, chat about the super teams. Head to my Facebook. Now I'm starting to get monetized. You could purchase stars on my Facebook right now. You go to Spank Dog at Basement Click or Robert Lopez. And yeah, man, cop some stars from your boy. I just got my cash app card. We ain't gonna show that. But yeah, I just got my Cash App card too. I'm gonna put the Cash App up there. God bless you guys, man. Um, Check out the documentaries I've been putting up. The veteran, the college student, and the poverty stricken. That's a good one. And what's the other one? The solar flare documentary is good too, and the alien one. I'm gonna do one on Elon Musk. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna say what I'm gonna do it about because like I said, it's not like too many people are gonna get a glimpse of the idea, but I still don't want nobody to jump on what my next doc is gonna be about. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, y'all guys have a good night. It's your boy Spank Dog. Out of here. Late night with